Hey, welcome to the podcast. I am super excited to introduce the midweek beauty news segment with Hollie K. I am excited about this segment because I love Holly. Holly's no stranger to the Business Beauty Network podcast. She's been on a few times, she's been a guest, and she's also hosted a few segments with me. And I'm just excited because Holly is phenomenal. She's a phenomenal makeup artist, an esthetician, and educator. And she has a lot of knowledge to share with the beauty industry. Holly's going to mainly focus on beauty trends, fashion, and whatever's trending and going on in the beauty industry. So we're going to talk about the lighter side, the fun stuff, and whatever's in the beauty news right now. So I think you'll find this to be an interesting and fun, lightweight episode that you can enjoy and listen to. And we plan to bring them more regularly. So let us know what you think of Holly's first solo episode this week. I hope you really enjoy it. And you can also watch Holly's episode live on YouTube. So make sure that you are subscribed to the Business Beauty Network YouTube channel. It's actually Biz Beauty Network there. So make sure that you are subscribed and also subscribe wherever you're listening. We definitely want to make sure that you don't miss a beat, and sharing is caring. So share the episode with anybody that you think it would add value to. And if you're loving Holly's episode or any other episode, take a screenshot and tag me at I am Brandy Taylor on Instagram. I want to hear from you. Here's a little bit of Holly's bio. Hollie K is a licensed esthetician, professional makeup artist, and educator in the Central Florida area. She has merged her passion for beauty and education as a lead instructor at Elite Aesthetics Institute and through her podcast, K Convos, where she shares lessons learned, educates, and motivates others. I think you're really going to enjoy the midweek beauty segment with Hollie K, and here it goes.
Hey y'all, this is Midweek Beauty with Hollie K, where we cover beauty, fashion, and trends. As the month of January is coming to a close, I've been doing my research and trying to sort out and seek out what are going to be the predicted trends for the year 2022, as well as paying attention to what's getting people talking and excited on social media in regards to both beauty and fashion. So let's look ahead just a bit. I'm seeing a lot of people talking about a lot of the inspiration from this year are going to be drawn from the 90s, early 2000s. And I'm not too bad about it. They say history repeats itself. And clearly, when it comes to beauty and fashion, that will continue to be the case. So, I'm for makeup artistry and beauty, I'm seeing a lot of potentially overlined lips or even like a darker liner on the lips to kind of enhance and define the lips and to see that subtle difference between like the lip liner and the color on the lips. I'm also seeing a lot of glitter starting to come back into play with the makeup. So seeing glitter accents on the eyes, and not just the eyes, but also the lips and other places on the face. I feel like 2021, a lot of the focus carried over from 2020 on skincare, makeup artistry. It was kind of like, barely there, enhancing what you naturally have. And I do feel like that's still continuing this year, but people are kind of ready to step outside the box, get back into playing with color, and being a little bit bolder with some of their looks. This can be seen in the carryover of the double liner or the liner that's used for like the negative space. So I think of like creating those geometric shapes on the eyes. Now, the only downside to this I would say would be if you don't have a steady hand trying to draw that on your eyes, or making sure you know how to adjust and do those things if you depending on your eye shape. The one thing I am excited about when it comes to eyeliner this year, though, is kind of seeing a lot of people move away from your traditional brown and black liners and going for those bolder, brighter colors, more neons. And I definitely can see this going into the spring and summer as well. One other thing that I did see carry over from last year that carried over to this year are fluffier, fuller brows. Now this one I'm all on board for. It seems like everybody really got on board for like the bolder, fluffier, kind of more natural brows, especially when brow lamination started to become more popular. You're even seeing more celebrities starting to do these type of services or receive these type of services. So even though it had been out for a while, it became popularized. So brow lamination, what is it? An easy way I think to kind of help people understand it is to think about like kind of like a perm. It's not a perm, but I refer to that because it's literally a process to change and alter the direction that your brow hairs go to give you the effect of having that fuller, brushed out, fluffier brow. Now, if you don't want to make that commitment, you can still achieve that fluffier brow by using like a brow gel or a brow pomade. So again, no commitment. It's something you can just kind of try out first before you go all in doing something like a brow lamination. Another thing I'm kind of seeing is the placement of blush. So again, going back to that color. So a lot of people are trying out blush being carried a little further back to like your hairline, and which really got me or surprised me, even place a blush like right underneath the eyes. Now the whole purpose of this is to kind of give like a nice natural lift to the face. You can't beat that. Who doesn't want to look nice, lifted, and snatched? So that's another trend that we're kind of seeing. Within fashion, especially with the winter being considered, I'm seeing a lot more brands trying to testing out how they can expand the whole sweatpant and legging things. Everybody got so comfortable and used to their leggings and their sweatpants because they're working from home. A lot of people are still working from home. But now brands are thinking about how can we elevate that comfort level and elevate that look to where it's something that can be taken outside of just your home, outside of your living room or your home office. So I'm seeing brands like even higher end in stores like Nordstrom and even like Target having different cuts to the styles of sweatpants. I'm seeing celebrities starting to wear like sweat sets where they're including heels with it. So they're jazzing it up a bit. So it's actually really nice to see a different take on, that home staple, that thing that keeps everybody nice and comfy. Another thing I'm starting to see more of is the incorporation of like a shirt jacket. So think of like the plaid oversized shirts. I'm seeing those being used like as jackets because they're coming in different weights. So it could be something that's super thin or even thicker to be used as a jacket. And I'm seeing some people wear it as a shirt as well. They even have like longer styles or shorter, like more cropped styles. So that's kind of nice to see and play with if you're wanting to add a little color to your attire. Another great way to add color that I'm starting to see, especially for the winter, are jackets that have more geometric patterns in it and a lot brighter colors. So it seems like this year might be the year of just incorporating more color, or if you want to test it out and see, you can just add a simple accessory like a jacket to add in that color. Now, the past week, there was a lot of buzz going on about the potential, possibility of a brand coming into Ulta. Fenty. You heard me right. Fenty Beauty will possibly be coming into Ulta. Now, it hasn't been confirmed or denied, but I think this will be a great move if it's something that they end up doing. Right now, Fenty Beauty can only be purchased online at their site or at Sephora. Now, while we love Sephora, I think if they brought it to Ulta, it might be available to a different market of clients or consumers that maybe typically don't shop in Sephora, as well as the benefits that Ulta gives when you shop with them in regards to their points. Now, Sephora does have a point system, and I'm not knocking it. However, I do feel that Ulta's point system might have just a bit of a leg up on them. Ulta doesn't typically offer like coupons on prestige brands. However, the accumulating points with them, I do feel like is a little bit easier, and the benefits for accumulating those points, I feel like is a little better of a payoff. So this will be interesting to see. It's something I'm definitely going to be keeping my eyes out to see like if it comes to fruition. So, dear Rihanna, please make it happen. You've got a lot of people who are going to be excited about that if it does happen. Another thing that a lot of people were excited about was the launch of Jacqueline Hill's new products. Now, we've talked about Jacqueline Hill before here on the podcast, and recently, a lot of her products that she's been dropping, they've been doing pretty good. And from what I've heard and seen so far with this recent launch, she's on the same path. So she launched 36 concealer shades and 12 skin perfecting tints. Now, when I heard those numbers, I'm like, okay, 36 of the one, 12 of the other. I was a little concerned. Now, sometimes brands that are coming out with all these shade ranges, and that's great, but it can be a bit overwhelming, even to me as a professional makeup artist. So I can only imagine how it is to a consumer. But when I heard of 12 tints, I'm thinking, okay, this should be for the face. It should be a wider range. But then once I started reading a little bit more on it and understanding the purpose of it, I could see why it was only 12. And that's not to say that they won't come out with more. So the 12 Skin Perfecting Blurring Tints, they're supposed to be like a sheer coverage, give you that no makeup look. And the one thing I did really like is how it has two uses. So it can be used as a blurring primer or as a tinted moisturizer. So if you're looking for something that gives you more coverage or for color correcting, I would not recommend this particular product for that. However, it would be really great to consider as a primer that you're using underneath your other products. For the concealer shades, it is a faux filler perfecting concealer. It is buildable medium to full coverage, so that's a plus. And it's supposed to visibly brighten and give you like a flawless matte finish all day long. So again, Jacqueline, so far what I'm hearing about these products is pretty good. So hopefully she can just continue to stay on this train of going in a positive direction with her products that she's releasing. Now, jumping over to fashion a little bit. On January 18th, unfortunately, Andre Leon Talley did pass away. He was an icon in the beauty fashion industry. He's made a lot of history within the fashion industry. He was the first African American that held so many prestigious positions in the fashion industry. A lot of people kind of credit him for opening the door for younger designers, kind of nurturing them and even discovering them and celebrating them and kind of showing them the way. A lot of people even give him credit for opening the doors and opportunities that certain African American models such as Iman had within the industry. He was also really well known for his position as a creative director at Vogue, and he was creative director there when they were really when they were really starting to make dominance in the fashion world and kind of really grow. So he had a big hand in that. So I would be remiss if I didn't mention him and the unfortunate loss of him, and just, we're continuing to lift up his family and friends of those who are affected by the loss, but at the same time making sure we're giving him credit for the doors that he opened for many others to kind of follow in his footsteps, or even for them to expand and grow within the fashion industry. Now, still speaking about fashion a bit, and with African Americans, we have Black History Month coming up next month. So yeah, we're closing out January, but I bring this up for a reason, so you could get a head start. If you haven't already, you need to make sure you are checking out Target's line or products that they're bringing in for Black History Month. The past few years, I feel like Target has been gaining popularity for their release of products during Black History Month. And this year, it seems like they're just continuing to go up. So we know it's been a lot with making sure that there are brands created by African Americans or people of color being available in larger retail stores for purchase and giving them that exposure. And so I do feel like that they made sure that they're doing this all the time. But Black History Month, I feel like everybody gets so excited to see which new brands and lines are going to be in the store or online through Target for purchase. So they started releasing products slowly but surely in January. And of course, we'll see the rest available in February. So if you haven't already, like I said, check it out. That includes clothing, accessories, like journals. You got decor. One of the things I really did like is how they have the Hbcu Design Challenge. So that's your historically Black college and universities. They had different, if you are a designer, you could submit designs that could be selected Once you won, they selected winners, and those products become available in the store. So it's nice to see those products available in the store. I saw a lot of those designs like on t-shirts. And another thing I was really excited about was the brand Gold Mine and Cocoa. So this is a brand I have followed for some time and even purchased a few of their things. This young lady, she created like her own planners and stationery line. So typically you would purchase it online or through, so now it's available in Target. So that was very, very exciting to see. So she has planners, calendars, stationery. So here's the thing that I challenge you to do, or I charge you to do. When we see brands like this that are in the store, go and purchase it. If you can't physically make it to the store, purchase it online. This helps the stores to see the demand of the products or when we're requesting it. So it's not only available just at one time of the year, but it becomes a staple in the store. So let's go out and make sure we're showing some support this month so we can make sure we keep a lot of these brands there. Now, every new year, I start thinking about award season and what awards are coming up, because a lot of times that's where you see a lot of the fashion and the beauty and what trends or who decided to step out the box and go a little bit crazy and see what they come up with. Believe it or not, there was already an award ceremony that happened this year, and that was the Golden Globes on January 9th. And if you're like me, you're like, dang, I don't remember seeing it on TV. I don't remember seeing much about it. Well, you didn't miss it. That's because they decided not to live stream it. It wasn't on TV as well, but there were still awards given out to the individuals who placed in whatever categories. So those winners are listed on the website. I heard a few reasons as to why it was they chose not to have a live event. One of the main concerns I heard was because of health concerns and wanted to be mindful of everything in regard to COVID and the new variant of it. So good choice on them for making that move. But we're hoping that with the rest of the award ceremonies, they're able to come up with a way that we can celebrate or kind of tune in and see who wins what or receives what award, but able to do it safely. So there are a few award ceremonies supposed to come up in the next month. So hopefully they don't get postponed or not live streamed or anything. So we can kind of take a part of that, because it is a bit exciting to kind of see what they have going on. All right, one last little piece that I have for today. And this might, rub some people. I don't know. We'll see. But it's a lot of chatter about a new music video that came out with Megan Thee Stallion and another artist, a Jamaican star called Shansia. Okay. Now, I'm not telling you to go watch it. If you do, please be 18 older, probably 21 older. Matter of fact, you might want to be 30 and older, because it is a bit racy. And I feel like they were really, really pushing the envelope when it came to the visual representation of the video. Even I could say like the lyrics of it. However, I do feel like sometimes, lyrics are a lot racy now, but it's a lot of people who are upset. They felt some type of way about Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B's video that came out like towards the earlier in 2021. Baby, this video has nothing on this one. This one took it to a new level, to the point where I did open it and watch it. I was like, whoa, ooh, what am I watching? So I'm just forewarning you if you decide to go ahead and give it a look, but people are upset about it, honey. I don't know if Megan's giving any responses to it. I haven't checked back in, but the people are talking. So at the end of the day, I think if you want celebrities, that's kind of what they want as a music artist, because what is it doing? It's bringing her attention. And it's getting people to listen to the song, and it's getting her views. So mission accomplished in a way, yeah. All right, this is all I have for you for your midweek beauty news. Until next time, stay blessed.